Hello guys, what's going on? It's me, Nico, here on the Alternative Channel today to bring you guys another Bricks by the Bay exhibition update, mock exhibition update. And yeah, so as you can see here, I have the Yavin IV Bricks by the Bay mock, and it has seen quite a lot of progress actually since the last update. Not too much though, but it has seen progress. So yeah, the one thing you may notice that's different is it has all of those dark greenish circles that we typically see from the Endor Rebel Battle Pack. And no, I did not buy however many circles there are. I believe there's over about 40 to 50 of those circles there. So no, I did not buy over to 40 to 50 Rebel Battle Packs just so I could have these in the mock. So yeah, but I'll get to explain. Anyways guys, sorry for the cutoff, but these past 2 weeks I've mostly been slowly detailing some stuff on here, and as you can see, the main thing that is noticeable is the fact that now the whole table is now covered with this mock. The entire thing from all the way back there, and I'll get to that really detailed base plate in the far corner later. But yeah, this whole thing takes up the whole table now. I got these two base plates out of the Insurrection mock, and now they're in here. So now I got to fully see what the full table looks like, and it looks really great. There's not two blank spaces there anymore. And yeah, I only have one. As I may have told you guys in the last update, I had several pyramids to detail, probably back in the last update. If not, it was only these two in the front. Well, now I have only one to detail, and it's that one there. But this one has seen quite a lot of progress. I actually made that as my little repair board kind of thing. You have your dismantled droids with weapons and everything, and that's how that's going to stay. This thing here, however, it still needs to see some daylight there. This is going to be like my mild assembly / backup communication room. I decided to mainly have it as an assembly room because I really didn't feel like adding more and more control panels down to that. Unlike this thing, which is the main control room. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of detail that went into the inner parts of this thing before adding it to the rest of the exhibit. So yeah, but I only have one more interior to detail for the pyramids, and then once that's done, I won't have anything to do to work on those. Although I take that back. After I detail the inside, I've decided to use SNOT on the pyramids. What I mean by SNOT is basically having no SNOT means no studs on not no studs. Studs not on top. That's the abbreviation for SNOT. And basically what that means is when you guys, hopefully by the next update, when you guys see these pyramids, you aren't going to see these studs on the pyramids anymore. You're going to see them as all flat, and it's going to look real nice. And you're also not going to see the black markings on here. That's because I'm using black flat parts to hold this right there to make it easier to take off. That's because all of my parts that are like that, the flat plates, the 1 by whatever flat plates, are all in my Jedi Temple mock, which by the way has the most favorites on my Flickr, and by the way, I reached 13,000 views on there, which is a lot for the Flickr community. Anything above 10,000 is really good for Flickr, so I consider that a real good accomplishment there. But yeah, so once I do the inner detailing on the last pyramid, the backup communication / assembly room, and then the SNOT detail on these, then I will be finished with the pyramids. And then that'll be the end of that. Oh, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier in the update, but I've decided that for Bricks by the Bay, due to the fact that the MOCs that I'm bringing are so big, and Rishi is going to be big too, not as big as this, but you know, in length and width-wise, but maybe width-wise almost equivalent, but it's pretty much going to be nearly half of this MOC. Rishi is going to be, but it's going to be huge as far as the height of it. It's probably going to be like, let me zoom out here. It's probably going to be like yay tall from my hand to the base plate. That's pretty much how tall it's going to be. But I'll get to Rishi in a moment. But yeah, so since they're going to be so big, I've decided that I'm going to need a team. And I'm not going to recruit anybody from the YouTube community because I don't know too many people in the YouTube community that actually live in Fresno with me. Well, not with me, but, you know, we live in the same city. So I am thinking about bringing some of my closer friends who actually play Star Wars and play all the war games. Frosty, I've actually talked with him, and he actually is thinking about going. So that's real good. But yeah, I'm hoping to bring a team of at least 2 other people, so there'll be 3 of us at Bricks by the Bay, or possibly 2, but I'm definitely guaranteeing you guys it's not going to be just me next year, due to the fact that both these MOCs are going to be really, really huge, and they're going to require a lot of delicate transportation, you know, moving to the car, from the car, etc. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. The next thing would probably to be setting up all of the rest of these base plates, because the back 3 here, they all have the little small antenna pieces, and I don't have the box on there for now because I wanted to show you guys how the whole thing looked. And if I were to put the box there, it would have covered up one entire base plate, and I didn't think that would look appropriate. So yeah, but pretty much 3 base plates are covered up with all of these pieces here. And I actually am starting to doubt that all of these pieces can cover this entire area. However, we'll see in the coming weeks if this will be enough. If not, then I'm going to have to go back to the Lego store and get another order of those. Okay, so that's that. And now as far as detailing, I have one base plate that is now entirely finished. And I'm actually going to post a picture of this on Flickr soon. I'm going to take it apart from the rest of the MOC, and I'm going to do individual picture on it, and I might even do a small mini MOC on this. But this is by far the only one that is finished, and it just looks so great. I think I did a really, really great job on that. If you look at it here, it's a lot of extensive detailing. The pathway, you know, I made sure that the trees that are closest to the pathway are not too far down from the ground to where it would hit a figure. Like, you know, a figure couldn't walk through it without hitting the branch. Now a figure can walk through it without any problem. And the trees look just great. I mean, this detail right here, I'm really, really proud of myself with how these trees came out and how this section of the MOC turned out to be. And also, guys, as we all know, actually, I might have not showed this in the last vlog, but I fixed the problem with this, so now I can remove the top easily, and I could put the figures in there more easily, more easily, excuse me. That wasn't the right verb context. But yeah, guys, that section is totally done, and yeah, I know the miscoloration of the branches are different. The limb pieces down here are bright green, and the top one is evergreen. That's because I didn't know that the evergreen color was coming in. I thought that they were talking about these colors. It turns out I misinterpreted that with the Lego order that came in. I misinterpreted these pieces for these pieces, so now I'm stuck with these. So I figured I'd use these just because they, it may look a little bit weird, but it kind of adds a little bit more texture to the MOC. And yeah, guys, it just looks really fantastic. I'm really proud of myself for the way it came out, and I'm hoping that with this design of all the trees, now that I have that planned out, all of the trees for the rest of the base plates will look the same. And actually, that is what the dark circles are for. These are basically markers of where the bigger trees are going to go. The bigger trees are going to be planted like right in the middle, like right here, and they're going to go up to yay high. This is about 16 bricks tall. Actually, I take that back. This is about maybe 13 3/4 bricks tall. Same thing with that tree. This thing is probably maybe 11.5 bricks tall. I couldn't have it taller than all of the pyramids because the pyramids, they're all equivalent to about maybe 16 to 17 bricks tall. So, you know, I really couldn't have them towering over the pyramids because I wanted that feel to get in there. And I'm hoping within the next couple of days I could get more pieces for the trees, you know, like these pieces and the limb pieces and etc., stuff like that. The next thing I'm hoping to do is I've actually taken the idea of somebody off Flickr. They suggested that I make this like Battlefront and have the, you know, the sniper towers, and I've actually decided to do that. It's just a matter of finding the pieces that are in this dark gray color to match the texture of the pyramids. So I'm planning to have at least 2 guarding each pyramid, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those guarding towers, snipering towers there. So I might need 2 more battle droids with sniper rifles on there, which might increase my droid count for this MOC. I only had it set at like 120 something. Same thing with the clones, I'm making it an even number there. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully within the next couple of weeks I can get more and more of these base plates detailed and have all, not all the trees, but if I'm gonna have all the trees finished, they're gonna be the smaller ones right there, and not the big, but not the bigger ones. No, I know it's gonna take me a while to complete all those. So that being said, that is it for this section, for this MOC. Now I'm going to give you guys the lowdown on the Rishi MOC. Now I'm only showing you guys, this is my clone army setup right now, but this is actually going to be the place where I set up the Rishi MOC. And the Rishi MOC, it's going to be 6 gray base plates. So it's going to be from right here, where my finger is, to follow it, all the way to the end of the table. So from here, where this Galactic Marine is, all the way to here, that's how big the Rishi MOC is going to be. And I know people are going to say that's pretty outrageous that you're bringing that and then you're bringing like half the table, you know, bringing the entire table MOC and then half a table MOC. So yeah, that's why I need a team, guys, because the MOCs are going to be pretty big, and yeah, I'm just going to need a lot of help transporting them. But yeah, so this is the place where I'm going to set it up. I've decided to have that as like a canyon structure. I was really inspired by the You Maniacs MOC that I saw off Brick Show TV's channel, even though that wasn't his MOC. It was basically off a scene from Planet of the Apes. I was really inspired by that, and now I've decided to go ahead and use that technique on this MOC. And I can guarantee you guys that this thing will look great. Absolutely great. Oh, and the last thing for that MOC, I forgot to mention this again, I am planning to make quite a few bricklink orders within the next few weeks, you know, for clones and parts, and then that thing will be done. Yeah, so back to this thing. Battle Synopsis has been planned out for this, and it's basically we're going to have all the zombies coming in as a horde, trying to get all the clones, and they're all trying to evacuate. I decided to have them climbing up the cliff, and yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. I realize that. And now I've actually began a mild debate with myself about the commanders for the MOC. I know I'm going to have Commander Bliss in there, and Bliss is right here. For those of you who don't know who he is, he starred in the last Bricks by the Bay MOC that I brought to Santa Clara, and he will be returning in this Rishi MOC. Now the debate is whether or not I'm going to have Commander Thorn, which was, you know, I've seen him off of Wikipedia pictures and MGF Customs, or Ross's, you know, Flickr and stuff like that. But I'm debating between him and Commander Fox. Him and Commander Fox have identical armor, however I don't know if they command the same Legion. I don't know if they're part of the same Coruscant Guard. But I'm debating between those two commanders. If you guys want to comment, most of you might probably say Thorn, but just please comment on who you think should command or help Bliss go against the zombies in this MOC. Please comment. If you lasted throughout the first probably 10 to 15 minutes of this video. Next thing would be, yeah, that's pretty much it. Once that happens, I'm going to plan to start, you know, ordering pieces for this off Bricklink as well. as the pieces. From there, I'm going to try to order all of the pieces for this off Bricklink, and also I'm going to try to start this as soon as I can, but more than likely I'm not going to be able to because I have 3 army videos coming up, one of just my phase 2, one of my droids, and one of my entire clone army for 2012. So once that is underway and finished, then it's going to be straight out work on the Rishi MOC. That is why I need a team, because I cannot be having 2 colossal MOCs and doing them on my own. I guarantee you guys that by the time, if I was doing these by myself, I would only have these done, both of them, by June of next year, which would be a pretty long time considering my schedule of school and everything. And if I was doing it alone, then it would cost me my schoolwork as well. So that's pretty much it for that MOC. That MOC is pretty much 15% done, 15% planned out. This thing is 35% done. I only say 35% because it's not entirely covered with grass pieces and stuff like that. The trees aren't fully covered, and the pyramids aren't, fully covered with SNOT technique. And the last and final thing is, alright guys, I have to cut this real short, but this last part is going to be this minifig stand, and I'm basically going to have Fluffy Dog Customs, Minifigs for You, and Republic Customs all in here. And that's the last thing I wanted to say before I end this update. So, I'll have the rest of that planned out in the description. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Bricks by the Bay update within 2 weeks.